everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hi everybody, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. This is the Next Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 645. And if you've never been part of a Saturday with Stacey, well, get a cup of something, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, get some breakfast because we start at 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. So maybe you get an early dinner if you're in the United Kingdom. But this is a full-length technique-based class where I start at the beginning and I end at the end. It is encompassing so many different manufacturers, and really, I love everything that I have in front of me. In fact, I love it so much, I bought some of it months and months and months ago. And you're like, what do you mean you bought it months and months and months ago? Well, okay, so for those of you who are joining for the first time, there is a live chat. If you're on a desktop, it could be like over this way. If you're on a phone, it could be below or over that way. Say hello, introduce yourself. Just say, hey, I'm Stacey and I'm from Canyon Country, California. That's me. We live in Canyon Country, California, about 40 miles north of Los Angeles. You tell us who you are. It's amazing how somebody will post that they're from some city and state, and somebody else will say, oh my gosh, I live one little town over from you. It's so great because they make such good connections, and all of a sudden you have an instant new crafty friend. So with that being said, I've had some of this product for a while. I've been sitting on it, and it's hard to sit on product. I have to like almost put it out of sight, out of mind. So, and you're like, but Stacey, why do you sit on product? Well, because to do a Saturday class, everything has to come together like a really fine souffle. I mean, you just can't throw stuff together and say, okay, here's a class, let me teach it, and I'll find some teachable moment in it. So I buy product that I like, that I love, that I think you're going to love. And then I wait, and I wait, and sometimes I wait a little longer for another manufacturer to show me something new that they're coming up with. And then all of a sudden, it's like bing, bang, boom. It's like the light bulb moment. It's like, oh, I have something for that. And in fact, that is exactly what happened when Jamie and Pete from Jamie Rogers, who owns Creative Expressions, showed me a die that they were just launching. They were just getting ready to launch it, and they showed it to me, and I went, oh, and they will say I did. And then they will say, I'll be right back, because we were on Zoom, and I ran to get the product that I had been sitting on for months and months. Now, the manufacturer who made the product that I was sitting on kept emailing me, Stacey, when are you going to use our product? And I kept saying, soon, without knowing exactly when, because everything has to work together. Otherwise, it's just not the same. So sometimes things come together really quick and easy, and other times it just takes a little bit of patience. So the product that I was sitting on is from Papers for You. They are from Spain. I import them directly. They have rice paper. Not only have I been sitting on this product, but I had them custom make it for us. They had some sets that were big, so their rice paper can be big, right? And we carry that, and you have it. But I knew from the images that I needed them to be smaller, that they were going to be too big. So I went to them and I said, could you scale it down to A4 size? And then could you put 6 different styles in each packaging? And then could you reprint the packaging just for us? And God bless their pea-picking hearts, they said yes. So they did all of this work. And then I didn't use it, and I didn't use it, and I'm getting emails. Are you ever going to use it? When are you going to use it? Tell us when you're going to use it. We want to know. And so finally I got to send an email and say, it's time. But I think that when manufacturers watch, because they don't know what I'm doing with their product until they see the videos. Nobody knows what I'm doing with the product until they see the videos. Manufacturers cannot buy a video. They can't sponsor a video. They can't bribe a video. Although I did say Club 33, that might work. So putting it together just takes time, and it has to be the right product with the right product, because it's very rare that I have just a Saturday with Stacey, a craft class with just one manufacturer on Saturday. Usually it's a little bit of everybody, because that's what happens in the creative world. It takes a village to make something happen. When you are creating, maybe you're using paper from one company and glue from another company or adhesive from another company, and maybe you're using embellishments or bling or ephemera from a third or fourth company. Maybe your card bases or your 12 by 12 paper is from another company. It's very rare that everything comes from just the same company. So this is it, papers for you. This is it. I hope you like what I do with your rice paper. And Jamie and Pete over at Jamie Rogers, again, they own Creative Expressions. I'm taking your die and I'm changing it up. So we always have a Too Much Fun class, and I hope you stay for the whole thing, because I start at the beginning and I end at the end. I try to assume that not everybody knows everything. And while some of it is repetitious for some of you, it's important that we understand that at some point we all were the newbie. We all said, oh my gosh, what's a die cutting machine? And you take powder and you heat it and it turns into this. I mean, there was a time where we were those crafters. So I want to make sure that we don't forget about those crafters who are just coming into our hobby, and we acknowledge how excited we are that they're coming into the dark side with us. Come on in, you're going to have a great time. But that they don't know what they don't know. So I always try to start at the beginning. Now, before I jump into it today, I do have winner chicken dinner to talk about. We always do 3 winners per YouTube, Saturday with Stacey YouTube. The first one is a winner from the sneak peek that I do the night before. So on Friday night, there's a sneak peek. You can find it. I'll be in this outfit. I don't change clothes. And you post your comment on that short. It needs to be on the YouTube channel. Please, if you're seeing it on Facebook or Instagram, you need to go to our YouTube channel and find this short. There's a playlist that says Shorts by Stacey. There's like a little header up above that says videos and lives and podcasts and shorts. You can click that. You just post your comment on what you would like to win from my crafty table, because I show you how lovely it is before I start to create. And so this person, Denise, hello Denise. Denise Morgante? No. Okay, I'm going Denise Morgante, but I know that's not it. Hello, Denise. It really doesn't matter, because you are a winner chicken dinner, and you have an assortment of Elizabeth crafts coming your way. Yay! That was the video last week. Wasn't that a good one, with the new Everyday Memories line? Oh, and the Delightful Discoveries is the first collection for it. So we're going to send you out a few things with that, Denise. Congratulations and well done for posting in the right place, for posting on our YouTube channel. You became a winner chicken dinner. Now, our next 2 winners are people who posted literally on the YouTube class that I taught. So these 2 people won $100, and that's because they posted on the YouTube class that I taught. Like today, there should be a place below, might be over to the side, where you can post a comment, and that comment can be about anything as long as it's kind. And then you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. So our first winner of $100 gift card, hello, $100 gift card, not too shabby, Connie Hodges. Hello, Connie. Congratulations. You're a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. $100 is coming your way. In fact, it's already in your online account, Connie. You can head right over and shop right now. Well done, you. Take a screenshot, call your family, grab your fur babies. You might have scared them if you jumped up, but that's okay. They'll forgive you. Our second winner of a $100 gift card is Denise. Denise Headley. Hello, Denise Headley. I got Connie and Denise. I got two Denises. How? I'm like, is that crazy? That's crazy. I have two Denises. Denise Headley won $100. So, so Denise Headley, if first I said Denise and I held up Denise M and that wasn't you and you went, oh, I thought she was calling my name. Well, guess what? I did. $100 for you, Denise. Congratulations. Wow. I don't know that we've ever had two Denises at the same time. So we've got Denise M as our winner of the assortment of goodies from my craft table. We've got Connie for $100. And we've got Denise H as a winner of $100. Now, ladies, you don't have to do anything to claim your prize. Like I said, if you want a gift card, it's already in your online account. And Denise M, just hang tight. We'll have your package probably on the way to you Monday, Tuesday. And I don't know if I picked what you wanted, but we've already put it in a bag and it's ready to ship out to you. So congratulations to all three of you. We do have to do the winner chicken dinner dance because it's what we do. Are you ready? It's just what we do. You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo for you. Congratulations to the three of you. And again, if you don't post, you can't win. So find that YouTube short. This is what I'm wearing. Look at this. Find that YouTube short, post a comment, post on this video, because if you don't, I'll never, ever call your name. That I'm sure of. Okay, today, a lot to show and a lot to share. We're going to be working with rice paper for the majority of today. Rice paper out of Spain. It's from a company called Papers for You. They manufacture right there. I saw these and I knew I had to have them. The minute that email hit my inbox and I opened it up, I said, sign me up. I want it all. Hello, I'm Stacey and I want it all. But could you change it in size? Could you scale it down? Could you make it a set of 6? Could you? And bless their hearts, really, honestly, they are the kindest people. They did it all for us. So I have paired them with a die from Creative Expressions. Now the die is in an entire set. There's 6 or 7 dies that make up the collection, and I have all of those dies for you. We're focusing on just one die out of that set, but I didn't want to not offer the whole collection. That's not right. I didn't want to cherry pick. I mean, Jamie and Pete are so kind to us and so good to us, so I brought in all the dies, and you can have them all. They're all on sale. There's not an I Want It All bundle, but they are all on sale. But the main die I'm going to be working with is just one, and it is a window die. So we're going to start at the beginning and we're going to end at the end, and we'll see where this takes me. I'm going to tilt down, show you a few quick samples so you kind of have an idea of where we're going to go. And I hope you enjoyed today's class. I'm going to enjoy teaching it, so I'm really excited about all of this, from Paper Favorites, Creative Expressions, Amsterdam by Royal Talons, Papers for You out of Spain. There's just, I even have some Minte. If we have to use sentiments, I grabbed Minte sentiments. So a little bit of something for everybody. All right, you guys, it's good to see you. Down we go. Let's get started for today. And again, let me zoom in because I am my own camera person. We are not overly tech savvy here. And down just a little, no, up, down. I think I only have a 2-inch viewfinder, so I can't always tell what it is I'm doing. Isn't that beautiful? And actually the whole card, is it a top fold? Oh yeah, top fold. But isn't that beautiful? So Jamie Rogers Creative Expressions die and stunning paper from Papers for You, rice paper. Let's pull this a little bit closer to me so I have it. Again, Creative Expressions die, paper by Paper Favorites. Open it up, rice paper from Papers for You. And here we have the die, the window die, rice paper, Minte Sentiments. And last but not least, this is so stunning. Isn't that beautiful? This is rice paper and there's the die. So this is what we're going to be playing with today. And I'll show those again at the end and tell you who made them. But I do think we need to start at the beginning, which is with the rice paper. So the rice paper is on an I Want It All bundle. There are 5 sets of rice paper in here. Each one of them has 6 sheets in it. It would retail for $84.95. It's on sale for $65.99. Or you just buy the rice paper that you love, love, love. This rice paper originally started, the size of it was basically 2 of these put together. So in Europe, that's like a A3. It's huge. I needed them to scale it down so that I knew I just knew the size of it was going to be too big for what I was hoping to do. I didn't know what I was going to do with it until that die showed up. So the first one we're going to play with today is, well, maybe I should open all of them so you can see them. Maybe I should do that. So there's 6 pages in each. Comes beautifully packaged. So 2 images on my first sheet and 2 images on my second sheet. So every one of them is going to have 2 images like this, so of this size. Now, can you imagine if they were the full-size papers, it would be, the images would be this big, way too big. I knew it was going to be too big. Then we have 2 sheets that have longer rectangles. And the images do not duplicate. They're separate, completely different. And then we have 2 sheets with little 4x4s on them. Or what's maybe 3.5 by 3.5. So you know what? I'll go through them as I open them because I'm going to try to work with each of them today. Because my goal is to do something with each different set. So let's put this here and let's decide what we're going to do. Oh, you know what? I have dry time. Nope, we're going to have to open them up and I'm going to have to cut them up and dry it because I'm going to need some dry time. That one's pretty. I'm going to use that one to start with. So I think I'll put these here just so they're some more handy. So then I'll do the beach. I'm going to have to open them up because we're going to have to do some prep work before we can move on. Love the beach. And again, these were done specifically for us, so you're not going to be able to find these anywhere else. Okay, so we're going to use that one from there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? In fact, I might just use that one. It's so beautiful. Look at the colors. Aren't they gorgeous? So 2 sheets like that. 2 sheets this way. And 2 sheets in the smaller squares. And yes, we're going to use those smaller squares too. Okay, so I'm going to use those two. I think I'll use those two. So let's put this over here so I don't lose it in case I change my mind. The next one is Still Life, the furniture collection. And let's see what we've got in here. Oh, those little sticky tabs are pretty sticky. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And we're gonna use it all. Look at that sheet. Isn't that sheet stunning? And let's see what the second sheet looks like. They are just so shabby, chic, elegant, beautiful. I love this one. I might use this one. And then 2 this size. Maybe I'll do 2 out of this one. And then 2 this size. I think. We'll see. But I have it there if I need it. And then I did, so they had done a Paris collection and a Rome collection. And I asked them to put the 2 collections together. We chose a little bit, I chose a little bit out of each. I don't know why I even try. So I took a few images from Rome and a few images from Paris to make this happen. And let's see what we've got here. Open, open, open. Now this gives you small little images, perfect for like bookmarks or keychains. It gives you your, so instead of having 2 pages of the square, you get these 2 pages and they're beautiful. Here we have Paris images and Rome. This one's Paris, I can tell Paris. This one's Paris. And I don't know if I want Paris. Maybe that one. And then the last one I have is Mountain Lake. Let's try scissors this time, shall we? See how nicely that worked? Our last one is Mountain Lake. Now, rice paper is very hardy paper. It's now being called washi paper as opposed to rice paper. It is structurally very sound. It feels delicate, it feels like tissue, and yet it loves water, it holds moisture. It is amazing. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? Look at these. They are all absolutely stunning. I mean, they truly are beautiful. And I think for this, I'll use the smaller ones, the 4x4, or I guess maybe they're 3x3, 4x4. We're going to use those. So I'm going to put this over there, and I'm going to keep the 4x4s handy. All right. So now I got to do some prep work. I'm going to grab some white paper, and you can use nori paste. Nori paste is by Yasutomo. It is a type of adhesive that is meant for rice paper or washi paper. Today I'm going to be using, instead of nori paste, I'm going to be using my gel medium matte from Royal Talons. So this is a gel medium. It's meant to go with acrylic paints. It's called an auxiliary in the fine art world. And we have gel medium matte, we have gel medium gloss, we have heavy gel medium matte, heavy gel medium gloss. And what this does is, one, when you add it to acrylic, it extends the acrylic out and dries completely clear. So if you're using an acrylic paint, you can add them. Well, I've got a little bit. Let me just put this off to the side just for a minute. I've got my acrylic paint right here. So if you've got an acrylic paint and you've got the little tubes on it, and maybe you just have a dab left. Maybe you don't have much of this left, but you need it to go a little bit extra. You can put your little dab down. And you can take your gel medium, regardless if it's the extra heavy, the heavy, this is just the standard. You can pick some up, and even though it is white, it dries transparent. And you can mix it in to your paint, and it doesn't dilute the color. If I used modeling paste, I would dilute the color, because modeling paste is tinted, it's pigmented white. But a gel medium has no color to it once it dries, so it extends your acrylic without changing the color of your acrylic. Now, this is a little milky, but when it dries, as it dries, that milkiness is just going to absolutely disappear, and you can take a little bit of paint and make it go a lot farther with a gel medium. And again, it dries completely transparent, and it is waterproof. This is an adhesive. For all intents and purposes, it's a glue. But when you add it into your acrylics, and it doesn't matter if it's Amsterdam acrylics or whatever acrylics you have, if you want to get more from your acrylic, you use a gel medium. It is considered an auxiliary. So auxiliaries would be your gessos, your gel mediums, your varnishes, and your gessos or your modeling pastes are considered an under. Those are things you don't mix color into. You lay it down to form a foundation. Your gel mediums are considered a mix-in. That's where you do drop in maybe liquid watercolor or acrylics to make a paint, to make it go further, or take something that's viscosity is very liquidy, like a liquid watercolor, and make it into something you can paint with without changing the color. And then a varnish is an over the top. And since we don't do much in the way of oil painting, we don't use varnishes too much. So this will dry, and as this dries, it'll become more and more metallic. But I wanted to give you an idea of what a gel medium is used for. Today we're using it as a glue, because it will go down smooth and it will dry smooth. So I need to get some down. I'm using an acrylic brush. If you do not rinse your brush out well, you will glue it together. So I think I've got enough to get this down, maybe a little bit more on the sides. And down. And then I'm going to take a little bit and go over the top. Now this is going to dry matte. So there won't be any glare to it. You won't be able to tell that there's a gel medium on it. All right, I think that's good enough for now. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes and start to dry. So, ooh, there's one. And then I need to do this one. So let's cut this one and I'll grab another piece of paper. And I'm just going to get all of these ready to go so that we can then bing, bang, boom, get creative with them. And I still might have to use them a little bit when they're still just a little bit wet. Now when you close your lid, make sure that there is no gel medium around the outside because again, glue. Glue. And I like the Royal Talons. The Royal Talons Amsterdam brand is considered fine art. This goes down smooth. A little goes a long way. Now, if I didn't want it to be waterproof, and maybe I didn't really need them to be waterproof, I could let this dry and cut it from there. I mean, right now it's just acting as a glue. And rice paper just absolutely loves it. The beautiful thing about rice paper is that it can wrinkle, you can have it crinkly, it can even be torn. Let's say there was a big tear right in the middle. It is so forgiving. You just put it down, throw a little glue over the top of it, and it instantly self-heals, it mends itself. Rice paper is one of the easiest things to use, but lots of people think that, see, look at that, just zoop. People think that it is so delicate, and it's not. It's hardy. All right, I think that's probably enough. And we'll let that dry. Let's put that one over here, and we'll put that one there. 1, 2. And then my next one. Well, we'll do them and then we'll figure out what we're going to use. So I'm using the larger images, but eventually we'll get into some of the smaller. I just want to have options. Not 100% sure what we're going to create yet, but if I have them ready to go, we have options. And I'm putting it on the white paper. 2 reasons. 1, to back it in white, which makes the image more vibrant. And 2, to give a little bit of stability. I could put this straight onto a card base and that would work out fine too. And you could use a gloss. Know that if you use a gloss, you're going to want to be really good with your brush strokes. And really smooth it out, because a gloss may leave those brush strokes behind where you can see them. And that's probably good. So that's 3. And you can see how, now the funny thing is, this is the smallest tub of gel medium that Royal Talens sells. Because they are in fine art, in the fine art world, they sell this up to 5-gallon tubs. And apparently, so when I first saw this, I said, oh, that's a big tub. And they laughed at me. They're like, oh my gosh, Stacey, no, that's the tiniest one we sell. Because of course artists use gessos and modeling pastes and mediums in a much larger quantity. I should have done it the other way. Oh well. Maybe I just leave this one just like that and I don't even put anything over the top of it. I won't even do over the top of that one. And then we have here. I love this bottom one. And maybe this one I'll just do the bottom too. And I won't put any over the top. Just make sure you've got enough on the bottom to cover everything. The nice thing about going over the top is it helps cement it down even more and it becomes water resistant. Okay. And I'm going to leave these as they are. We're going to come back to these and use these in just a little bit. So I'm going to leave those as they are. And we'll put these, oh, I don't know, we'll put these here for now. And we'll put these there. You think I got to see? Make sure I got enough down. Oh, I wasn't supposed to put it over the top. All right, it's going to be fine. So now I've got several of them prepped. I'm going to rinse out my brush really good. I don't want to glue my bristles together, and that is what will happen with any acrylic. so let's see. What do we have? What did we do for our number 1? It was the fruit, right? I think it was the fruit. So here's my fruit. Oh, it feels pretty dry. Maybe just a hair bit still wet, but you can see it's just a nice matte finish. And I'm just gonna do something simple with this. See, I'm well glued down, so nothing's pulling. And I'm going to cut it until I get it to the size I want it to be, which that looks about right. So there's the image that I want. I cut off a little bit on the sides, not too much. To get what I needed, I didn't have to cut too much off to get where I wanted. And now let's see, what kind of paper do I have that I want to use? Back it on the green maybe? That yellow looks too greeny yellow. Well, that's not bad. Or we could go a completely different direction. And maybe pull in the pinks and the yellows and get rid of the green. Or we keep the green and get rid of the yellow. I like that one. I like the pink and the green, and I'm going to ditch the yellow. So we're just going to make a straight card, easy peasy mac and cheesy, using that beautiful rice paper. And remember how many different images you get per set. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. About 20 images per set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. 22 images per. Okay, that works. I'm good with that. So I'm just going to lay this down, and we're just going to make an easy card. I didn't use any dies. I didn't use any special tools. I used scissors. I used some adhesive. Can you use Mod Podge? Yes, of course you can. I just happen to use more, so the quality is going to be a little bit better here, but it's not going to hurt anything to use your Mod Podge. Maybe you have a gel medium from another manufacturer. Absolutely. use what you've got. But if you're wanting to add this into acrylic paints or add watercolor into this to give it a viscosity where you can paint with, you want this. You don't want something substandard. You want this. Whether you get it in the matte or in the gloss, this is what, that's the product. Now, many of you have a trimmer. I do not. I freehand. If you're a newbie, you can certainly go out and grab a trimmer at a local craft store. You can also do like me and just try and freehand it. I find that I'm as good freehanding, if not better, than I am with a trimmer. And I'm okay that they're not 100% square. I'm okay with that, or a rectangle. I'm okay. I'm not 100%, you know, I've got some roundy areas and some square areas and some flat areas and some bumpy areas. I'm okay with that. Oh, I do like that. I think I'm going to leave that frame just a little bit bigger. So I wanted to do something simple. So no matter where you are in your creative journey, you're like, I can do that. What she just did, I can do that too. Oh, that feels like two pieces. It is. I can do that too. And then I think I'll take cream. And just finish it in the cream. And you have seen how easy it is to use rice paper. It's all about the scale with rice paper. They have the most beautiful sheets of rice paper, but the entire sheet is the image. And it's like, there's no place to dice and slice it. So you have to, I have rice paper that I love, but I can't necessarily use because it's an entire image on the A4 rice paper. So I have to think about it now when I want to buy it. It's like, okay, if I were going to slice and dice it, how would I do that? Just because I love the image that's on it doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to use it effectively. And I want to get the most out of everything. Now, if I was just going to frame it, or if I was going to put it on an 8.5 by 11 something, or maybe a 12 by 12 and use the whole sheet, that's a different story. But I'm a girl who typically dices and slices everything up. All right, one done, and let's grab a sentiment, just because can't not have a sentiment, right? So, love over fear, be you, live in color, create your piece. Every mark tells a story, feel it all, then rise again, rooted in hope, embrace your journey, trust the process, perfectly imperfect, let go, be the artist of your own life, just begin. Create what sets your soul on fire. Trust yourself. Find stillness in the chaos. Feel deeply. Listen to your inner voice. Inspired by everyday moments. Stay brave. Your life is your art. I mean, lots of these are fabulous. How about just nurture your soul? Nurture your soul. Bam, done. 1. Okay, let's put mine right there so I know where I put them. Moving on. So we've done an easy one. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Now let's die cut a little bit. So Creative Expressions, which is now owned by Jamie Rogers. Cosmic Shimmer is owned by Katie Sue. It's a little confusing, I know, but we'll all get it down. They came out with this die, and it goes with an entire set of dies. So here's the window, and then you have like the shutters for the window and a planter box for the window. And then you have cute little things that can go behind the window. So you've got like a fall set here, and you've got the cat, which can be sitting on the windowsill in little vases, so you can be looking through the window. You've got a living room scene, the rocking chair and all the tables and the tall lamp. You've got a tree, so the tree can be summer, spring, summer, winter, fall in the tree. And you've got a Christmas scene. So all of these are meant to go with the window. The window is your base die, and then you decide what you want to put behind the window. All up to you, and they have all of these different dies to go with it. And they all mix and match. So you can take some from one and another from the other. You can have the cat with the tall lamp and the little table here, or the cat on the table. I mean, you have your opportunity to really play with what you want to do. Really up to you. You could have your tree, and your tree could have little Christmas icons all over it and little bows all over it and holly. I really wanted to focus on the window. So these are available. We're just not going to be playing with them today. I'm going to be playing with the window die, and here it is. It's larger than what it shows on the picture. It makes a beautiful, beautiful image. So I'm going to take, and I could do it out of white, but I also have my paper. And I think I was going to do the beach. I'm going to do the beach. So maybe I do my window out of that. Let's try that and see what we get. And let's try that one too. Maybe we'll do it out of both. Let's try both of those and see what it looks like. I love this paper. So this is one of those other things. I've been sitting around for probably 8 months, holding on to this paper from Paper Favorites, not knowing where I wanted to use it. But it just works so perfectly with the window, as does the wood. Goes so perfectly with the window. That I said, okay. I went and I let my little fingers do the walking down Stacey's pantry of paper that she's holding on to because she's not sure when she's going to use it, but she knows she really wants it. Okay, so let's die cut. I'm going to bring over my Sizzix Big Shot machine. And I have got my base platform, which comes with the machine. I have got a solo shim, which comes with the machine. I have got what used to be a crystal clear cut plate, which comes with the machine. In fact, you get 2 crystal clear cut plates. In time, they will look cut up and beat up and loved. This means you love your die cutting machine. And then I usually use, a secondary plate, whether it be the second clear plate, I will mark do not cut. I'll take not a Sharpie because that'll eventually come off, but maybe a little label, or I'll tape it on there, do not cut. And I use it as a do not cut plate. I also have, they have glitter plates. This one's gold with glitter. I don't know if they still carry them, but I'll use these as do not cut plates because I know not to cut into these. And the benefit of a do not cut plate is that it helps keep everything in line. It helps it going through the machine easily. Over time, your bottom plate will warp. It will warp because it's getting used so much. And every time you cut into it, it creates a little V. You can't see the V, it's microscopic. But after a while, your plates will start to warp. Now you can flip them back and forth, you can rotate them and flip them back and forth, and that will help keep the warpage down. Also, a do not cut plate will help keep the warpage down. I try never to cut into this plate. If I do, okay, it happens. It's got some embossing from when I tried to put something through that I shouldn't have. Okay, for the most part though, it stays nice and flat. And then when this one cracks and breaks and I can't use it anymore, I go get the other one that came with my machine and I use that one. Or I can take this and make this my cut plate and start with a new do not cut plate. It really does help keep the usage of your plates down. Now I'm going to take this and we're going to die cut. So I've got my paper. It'll fit this way. My paper, my die, my do not cut plate. This way I still have that whole piece I can work with and send it on through. Creaks and cracks are okay. They're gonna sound that way. That is the sound of a die cutting. As long as your handle rolls. If your handle rolls, you're gonna be fine. If you're trying to put it through, let me come to the back. If you're trying to put it through and your handle is going, ugh, and it just doesn't want to go any further, if you get it and you cannot move it, that is your machine saying it is too thick. You've got your sandwich wrong. Don't force it. And bing, bang, boom. Now the girls, they saved all of these and they made cute little cards with all of these. Bing, bang, boom. I've made my window. And I still have this whole piece right here. Paper by Paper Favorites is stunning. It is always beautiful. They are always thoughtful in the designs that they come up with. They are out of Denmark, and we import them directly as well. Oh, that's where I want it. So now I can lay this over the top and see where it is I want my die to go. I didn't want it in the center because now I can't see where the sea meets the sky, so I pull it down. I could have it over here. Oh, that looks good too. With the tree. No, I like it over here and I like it in the center. Well, let's do the center. So I'm going to start to cut. I might be able to use that later. I might be able to find something to do with these. Oh, I might be able to find something to do with these. Well, yes, I might. That's crazy. Okay, I'm not going to get rid of these either. Stacey. I want to make sure that I get it all the way down here. So I'm going to cut right at that gold line, that border line. And then right at the top line. And then how you adhere this down is really up to you. This is almost too white. You know what? I'm going to do this darker one and see if I like it any better. So it has more of a contrast. This almost looks just plain white, which is fine. I was hoping for a little bit more of a contrast. I should have probably done the other edge. Let's do this and we'll see if we like this any better. We might not. Time will tell. So base platform, solo shim, cut plate, paper, do not cut plate. And bing, bing, boom. Use these someplace else. I'm going to snip this off and save that extra piece. Save these little guys. We might use them somewhere. And pop out my die cut. Oh, see, I think I like that better. It was just too plain. I think I'd take a little bit off the top still. A little bit off the side and I think I'll be good. Now how I glue that down is up to me. I can take my sticky dots and use sticky dots to put it down. I can take a little bit of my matte medium because even if it runs out a little bit or runs off the edges or onto the image, it's going to dry completely matte. Now let's line it up. Yay. Yes. And now we've used the window as it was intended. Using the window as intended. Oh, do I want to cut those off? Maybe I snip those little edges off. And we'll try that dark blue again. Okay, that works. We'll put that on that deep blue. And we've used the window in our first way today. And it's perfect for all of these rice paper kits. The window is perfect for all of them. even the fruit. And bam, our second card is made. Now this could be an amazing embellishment for a layout. You could use these and cut them down and make them into bookmarks, but how pretty is that? And it's just the perfect. And do we want a sentiment? Find balance. Maybe I do it in the white. So all three of them have the same. Oh, I already used find balance. Huh. Create with love. Seek calm. Maybe I put that on just a little piece of the blue. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Seek calm. And I can pop that. Done. So we're up to 2. Now, what if we take the die and we change the direction of the die? And instead of going vertical, we go horizontal. I'm going to need to cut off that rim, which is fine because there's a score line there, or a deboss line. All I have to do is follow the line. And now, let's see, what we're gonna do? Now, I can decide what part of this picture do I want. Our little tea party going on. That's so lovely. So shabby chic. Well, let's cut it out because I know I'm going to need to cut it out. Woo! Not 100% sure what that noise was. Did you hear it? It's like crazy late right now. It's like midnight. So technically it's Saturday morning. Hey, everybody. Now I can lay it over. And I'm just using the frame that I didn't use before because I think it goes great here. That. No, it definitely has to either be in the center or on this side. So I'm going to snip this side off, just so. I think that's good. Oh, and I might save this. Okay, thoughts. Put that over there. And then do I have any of my dots? I do. These are micro dots. I'm looking for the package of them. So micro dots are a simply defined product. It's a Scrapbooking Made Simple product, and you get 10 sheets. They are 8.5 or 8 by 10. And there's hundreds of thousands of little dots on here. Can I get it open though? There we go. Hundreds of thousands of micro dots on here. So one side is a liner that has nothing, and one side has those hundreds of thousands of dots on there. And it allows you to take intricate dies, really intricate dies, that you may not want to use glue or adhesive tape. You close it up, you give a good press, and anywhere the die is, let's see if I can get a piece of paper behind it. I don't know if you can see, anywhere the die is, it's going to pick up those sticky dots. But anywhere there is no paper there, the dies are going to, or the sticky dots are going to stay right there, so you can use them again. These sheets are a game changer for die cutters, especially with intricate dies. So all the dies are still, or all the little sticky dots are still in these holes because there's no paper. So I could put sentiments there, whatever I need. Pull it up. And it is ready for me to stick down. And it is repositionable until it isn't. So I need to take a little bit off of this side. It's a little long. I can pull this up, trim what I need to trim off. At some point, your sticky dots become permanent. But you have an opportunity to move things around. And just like that, your die is down. And do I have a soft pink? Oh, I have a pretty soft pink there. Yeah, I'm going to go for the soft pink and the green. We're stretching our wings today on our color combinations. And instead of using the die vertically, we've now used it horizontally. which again allows you to use everything in those rice paper bundles because you've got vertical images, you've got horizontal images. Wait till you see the samples the girls made. They cut images up and put different images behind different windows. And again, nori paste would work on for the rice paper. It just is a little bit on the stiff side. And since I'm putting it, if I was putting it directly onto a card base, or if I was like tearing the edges of my rice paper, and what I mean by tearing my edges, is that with rice paper, instead of cutting it, if you want beautiful soft edges, you get it really wet. It will dry, and it will dry looking perfect. Rice paper, washi paper loves water. Get it really wet. And then you just separate it. And it gives you this very soft edge, a very subtle edge. And you can do it all the way around all four sides. And it kind of has a whisper look to it. So a very soft edge. If I was doing that, I may use nori paste because that allows me to keep that edge beautiful. And I could come all the way up and all the way around and have that beautiful edge everywhere. Rice paper loves water. It's okay to get it wet. You can have rice paper that somehow gets shipped to you like this. But then you get it wet, and all of that wrinkle disappears. All the wrinkle just goes away. Even if it came to you completely tattered, no big deal. You just get it wet and then let it dry and do its thing, or use adhesive. Instead of getting it wet, use your gel medium to put it down, and it will take all of that wrinkle out. We get calls that people, maybe their corners are bent on their rice paper. It's okay. You're gonna adhere it to something, just glue it down, and it just all of a sudden makes itself better, self-healing. It's wonderful that way. You really can't go wrong with rice paper. So I've got this here, And I said I was going to do the green. Where'd I put it? I moved it somewhere. Thought I was going to do the green. Didn't I pull out the green? I swore I pulled out green. I know I had green somewhere. So now we have used the Creative Expressions die, both vertically and horizontally. You have options, use them. But we need to move on. Look at how pretty and easy is that. So, which way do we like better? Guess what? You don't have to choose. You get to do them both. Right? So lovely. So easy. Do one more on the white. And then maybe I'll grab a sentiment and we will move on. So think about it, like 22 images per pack of rice paper. And all of them are usable. There's not a bad one in the bunch. And then a sentiment. I'll do the sentiment in white. Be fearless and perfectly beautiful. Art is freedom. Be brave. Make life art. You are enough. Color outside the lines. Oh, just begin. Courage is quiet, art heals, bloom with grace. And maybe I'll do it in the pink. Bloom with grace. Bloom with Grace. I still have a little piece of my foam tape from Gigi. And away we go. Bloom with Grace. All right. So there, or there, or there. I don't know why, but I'm digging on the green and the pink today. All right, time to move on. Now we're going to use the die again in a different way. We're gonna change it up all over again. I'm going to take a piece of my paper and I'm gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna grab my bamboo bone folder from Yasutomo and I'm gonna score it down. And I think I'll do one in black just because. I'm using 110-pound paper. It's important we use heavier paper for what I'm going to do. Love my bamboo bone folder. It is inexpensive when you're talking about bone folders, and because it is bamboo, it is so stinking strong. And it's very nice to hold. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of paper. I'm gonna take my die and I'm going to make an actual card base out of it. You're like, huh? I'm gonna take my die and I'm going to make a card base out of it. So I need to chop off some of this so that it isn't too wide to go through my machine. I've got a tent card now there. Perfect. I'm gonna hold that. Maybe we'll do something with that. And oh, I have an idea. I got an idea. Okay, so I've got my score line here, my die here. Now, if I put my die completely on my paper where the top is below the score line, I'm gonna just cut out a die cut. No big deal, because my score line is here and my cut line is right here. So it's gonna just cut out a die cut like I've been doing. But if I hold my cut line slightly above my score line, then there's no paper up here to cut. So I'm not gonna compromise my score line, and that score line's gonna stay there and it's going to make a card base. So I'm gonna bring my machine over. We'll do it twice. I need to make sure that my cut line is above that ridge in the die. Needs to be above that score line. I think that looks good. I'll try it and see how close I come. And I'm going to send it on through. I just moved it, so we'll see what happens. So now it's going to try to cut through 2 pieces of paper. I don't want it to cut through 2 pieces of paper. That's why I'm using heavier paper. I want it to cut through 1 piece and leave 1 piece. So all my little windows, perfect, that's what I want. And on my second piece, it's just embossed in. It's not cut, which means now I can come and I can snip, and I can snip, and I can cut straight down the cut line because I can see it. It's embossed in. You can see the line, so you can line it up on your trimmer, or you can be like me and just go for it. And I'm going to go straight down. I'm not going to worry about that little. And cut off the bottom. And I've made a window card base. It's so cute. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Do it out of the black paper. Look at how cute is this. Now I'm going to put paper in here, so you're not going to see where those windows are. I'm going to mat a piece of paper in there, so all you get is this front window. It's so easy. I took my black piece of paper. This is 8.5 by 11. I folded it in half. I took my phone folder and I scored it. And then I lined the top of my die off. I have my score line below it. It has to be below it, because if you do this, you're just going to cut out the whole die. See, the paper's above. I need that score line to not be part of the die cut. So it's got to be held below. You can do this with any shape die. You got a circle die, just hold the top part of the circle, a little top part of the circle, away from the score line, and then you've got a circle card. You have an oval, you can do, and you could do it this way, you could do it, there's just, you get out your dies and score a bunch of paper and start die cutting, and all of a sudden you're going to see all of these fun shapes of card bases you could be making. Flowers, hearts, ovals, circles, squares, rectangles, any shape, as long as you take one portion of the die and hold it off the score, wherever that score line is. If my score line was here, and I was die cutting this way, I would need to hold it off this line. And then it would open like that. Oh, we could try that. We could try that. I haven't done that yet. We'll do that next. We'll try that. We'll do that maybe out of the ivory. Okay, so I've got it down below. Need to make sure it's below. Bring over my machine. Kind of line everything up. Send it through. Remember, it's only paper. We're using white, black. We're just using cardstock. Could you do this out of pretty paper? Yes. As long as the paper is big enough for you to fold it and score it. All my little windows come out. Oh, that was nice. That really cut. Look at that. All I got to do is snip that. Wow. Yay for me. That was awesome. I don't even have to take my scissors to this one. All I gotta do is get this little piece right here. I'm gonna go straight down. I like the straight down better. You may like it with the little edge on it. But look at that. So that means we can take and start to think about what we want to see through our window. But I said we're going to do one the other way. So let's do one the other way and see what it looks like. And I'll do it in ivory, and that way we have one in white, black, and ivory. So all of the Stacey Park paper is 110 pound. And now I need to hold it this way to see if I can get it to open like that. So I need to still cut off some of mine because it's too big to go through my machine. Just cut it down. And now I'm going to hold my score line off that edge. And this way it's going to open like a door. We could make a door. We'd have a window, we'd have a door. Well, when somebody closes a window, when God closes a door, he opens a window. That's what this die is. All I can do is try. If I have to do it again, I have to do it again. It is only paper. I feel like and through and back. And all my windows came out. I can snip this, and I can snip this, and then I'll just trim the rest of it out. Wah ha 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 ha. Now my card base opens like that. Yes, I think so. I think I do like it. I think it's a great die. I think options are aplenty. Okay, so we've got 3 to play with. 3. And you know what I'm gonna grab? Where are those? Hello, beautiful rice paper. Where did you put I wonder. wonder if I can make these work somehow in there. Okay, so those, what else do I have? Where's the fruit? An apple and a grape. One, two. Well, 1, 2. Three. So I can put these back. Do 1, 2, 3. Where's my last? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to cut these. We'll see if I use them, but I'm going to cut them out because those would be the 4 I would want to use. Okay, I'm just gonna glue them down because we have to wait for them to dry for a minute anyway, right? I'm so squirreled right now. It's not what I was supposed to be doing or what I thought I was gonna be doing, but here I am. I don't want them against the black. No, the black's too dark. I can have them against the white. And then save the cream. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Off that piece, that extra piece that I said would be a tent card. I so squirreled myself. Let's just put them down. So 1, 2. We'll do the apples. And we'll let that dry. Can you all see? And then we'll do the second apple. And we'll let that dry. And then we'll do the first part of our fruit basket. And we'll let that dry. And we'll do the second part of our basket. So I think I've said this before, maybe in this video. My YouTubes are not scripted. They're not pre-done. Nothing is, nope, I'm gonna want that lower because I want that whole thing. Nothing is pre-made. Oh, very crooked. We just go for it and do it together. All right, we're gonna let those dry. And then we'll get back to our normal scheduled programming. I just got so squirreled. All right, so we made card bases. 3 of them. Now I have to decide what I want to put in it. Well, these have a moment to dry. I didn't put any over the top, I just needed to glue it down. So let's cut my scene out. And let us decide what we want to see. Oh, I love that right there. I love that right there. So let's trim it out. Just needs to be a little bit on the inside. Bookmark. So many things to do with the leftovers. Now I have to decide, am I going to adhere that here and then mat something here, or am I going to adhere it here and have it open? Either way it's going to open, but where do I want to have? A little, straighten that bottom up just a little bit. I think I'm going to do it that way. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Stacey tape. I'm going to put some across my bottom. Put some in my center. Put some here. 1/8 of an inch. This is 1/4 inch that I'm using right now. 1/8 of an inch will work. Put it in. And close it up. Now let's see, what color do I have? That doesn't look like a good one. Let's see what I've got back here. Oh, that's a good color. I think that's too dark. It looks very dark, doesn't it? Looks dark to me, I agree. Maybe I just put a white mat in there. I'm just guesstimating. A little more off the side and a little more off the bottom. And make my mat. Put my mat in there. I made a card base out of that die, and I did it in both directions. Now what if I took these guys and instead of putting them on what was my tent card, I pieced them right back in here. So there's one. And I just took little snippets of two. So this one's going to go up here. This one's going to go down there. And it doesn't matter that I used the white. Nobody's going to see it because it's covered edge to edge with the rice paper. I just love these. Oh, absolutely. Pull that out. I don't want to. Okay, so a little bit of Stacey tape. Maybe something a little whiter. I'm just going to line it up on the inside. Because that's where it came from. That's where these little pieces fell out from. So that's where they fit back in. And nobody needs to know that I used white underneath instead of the ivory. I thought I was going to do the tent card, but then I changed my mind. That is a crafter's prerogative to get squirreled. I love this die. And when I saw it and I knew I had this rice paper, there was an audible gasp, and then I ran. I left the Zoom. I mean, they were looking at an empty chair, waiting for me to come back, having no idea why I got up and ran from my desk, because I had these. And I just knew. But I've had these for months and months. And sure, I could have done something with them sooner, but it wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been as good, and it would have been forcing product together that doesn't necessarily work well together. You don't do a class just to do a class. You've got to have a reason. And I love my reason. Oh my gosh, yes. So, and yes. And yes. And yes. And yes. But we're not done. What do you mean we're not done? So, okay, so let's just review. We started with just simple, easy peasy, just putting it right down, using my gel medium in the matte finish to just act as my adhesive, and just go for it. Anybody can do this. You needed nothing special. You needed some gel medium, some glue, some Mod Podge. You need the rice paper and some scissors and a paintbrush. Don't use anything expensive. Use something inexpensive, an inexpensive paintbrush. And you can take the rice paper and make magic. Then we die cut with the window and took that beautiful beach scene right behind it. Stunning, beautiful. But then we changed the rotation of the window to add the shabby chic blossoming tea party behind it. Yes, absolutely. But then we started to die cut, make an actual card base out of the die. And we did this one where you have a tent card. And because I felt a little wild and crazy, we did this one where you have a door. Gosh, you could put, I mean, all the things you could do. So that's where we're at so far. Now we need to change it 180 degrees. We're gonna just change it up completely. This is where you may think I might have gone off the deep end, but that's okay. That's okay. I wanted to do something fun and simple. So I sent, hold on just a moment. I sent Mr. SMS on an errand. Right there. That should tell you to worry. I sent Michael on an errand, and I said, I need you to go to Lowe's or to Home Depot. Actually, I said, go to Home Depot. I need you to go to Home Depot, and I need you to get me some 4x4 tiles. I just need 4x4 tiles. Get some in travertine, get some in white, just get some basic 4x4 tiles. So he's gone for a while. Like, I sent him at 3 o'clock today. Little last minute, but he's gone for a while, and then my phone rings. And see, my phone doesn't ring. I have my phone on silent all the time. I never hear a text come in, a notification, a phone, never. I'll look at my phone enough times during the day that I'll notice, oh, look at you called me, and I'll call you back. Or, oh, look at you texted me, and I'll text you back. Or, oh, you emailed me, but my phone's on silent. So he tried to call me, and I don't know why he does that, because he knows my phone's on silent. So then he calls the store. And SMS guy James, our son, answers the phones. He's the first on the phone, so he answers it, and he sees it's his dad. So he goes, yeah. And she's in a meeting. Hold on. So I put my meeting on hold, and Yes, Michael, what? He goes, I went to Home Depot, I went to Lowe's, they didn't have any 4x4 tiles. How can they not have 4x4 tiles? So he's at Home Depot, and the only thing he could find is white. Plain white, gloss white. And I'm like, that'll do, that's fine. He said, how many do you need? I said, I don't know, buy 6 or 7. I said, don't spend too much money. You know, because he goes, oh, okay. I goes, I'll bring you a dozen. And I'm like, okay, but don't spend too much money. They're 20 cents. They're 20 cents at Home Depot for a white tile. We're gonna play with them. Oh, you bet we are. I have rice paper and I have matte medium, gel matte medium. You bet we're gonna play with these, because if you need inexpensive gifts, if you need thoughtful, inexpensive gifts, this is it. Now, where did I put, I had it. Where did I put my, oh, I knew I kept it somewhere here. Yeah. So this is the one we haven't played with yet. This is the mountain scene. It's the one that we have not played with yet. Here's some of the mountain scene. It's beautiful. It might be my favorite. And I wrinkled the mountain scene. See, look at, now it's all straight where I got it wet, but where I didn't, it's still crooked. It's still all wrinkled up. So the mountain scene is the one we haven't used yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, one set of coasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, a second set of coasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, a third set of coasters. And the tiles are 20 cents each. You can get 3 sets, easy, 3 sets of coasters. Amazing. What do you do with the rest of the rice paper, even if this is all you do with it, it is so worth it. So we are going to take, and I am going to cut. I have to decide which ones I want. Well, I guess I'm going to do these 4. So I'm just going to cut straight across. I'm not going to worry about trying to get wispy lines. $0.20 per tile. He came back, I said, oh, did you spend a lot? And he said, oh, yep, I spent $2.50. I'm like, perfect, dude. Absolutely, that is my price point. He got 12 tiles for like $2.50. Yep. All you need is white tiles, and they can be gloss or not. I wanted him to get a few pieces of travertine, but they don't have 4x4 travertine anymore. So now I'm just gonna, maybe you guys have a corner rounder. I'm just gonna round some of these corners just so they're not quite as sharp. But I don't know if a corner rounder would round rice paper. So we'll just do it by hand. Have scissors, we'll trim. Let's do, I won't do all of them. I say that now. Just don't want quite the sharp edges. Not that they're sharp like they're going to hurt you sharp. I just don't want them so squared off. There we go. So we'll start with those two, because those two are beautiful. But this one's very pretty too with that green. And I'm not cutting all the way to the border. I'm leaving a little bit of border for myself. All right, so I've got some to play with. Now let's get my gel matte medium out. And I do like the matte. You can absolutely use the gloss if you would prefer. The gel matte medium is waterproof, so you don't have to get put anything over the top of them. Seal them once you're done. They fit beautifully. I feel badly. Like I'll do the 4 of them, because then I won't have a complete set. I did 3. What if we want to give these to the church to auction them off, or they sell them at their garage sale? Maybe they'll get $2 for them. And that money goes to pay for kids who belong to the church who can't afford to go to camp at summertime. They camp up at Hume Lake. And what we donate, like in cards and things like that, they use for their garage sale and sell them. I don't know, maybe they sell the cards for 25 cents or 50 cents each, whatever it is. It then goes to help send kids to camp during the summer who wouldn't be able to afford it without the scholarship. And that makes my heart happy. So I don't care if they get 50 cents for my coasters. If it goes to a good cause, I'm a happy girl. It makes some kid's heart happy that they get to go up to camp for the first time ever. That's so worth it. Okay, so I've got my gel matte medium. I'm going to go directly to my tile. Ooh. And now to my shirt. Oh, we do not want that on my sweater. Directly to my tile. And then I'm just going to lay it on. And press it down. We'll get all 4 of them done like that. This is easy for kids to do. This is a great project for the seniors to do. You need thoughtful Christmas gifts, or a housewarming gift, or just a thank you gift. These are thoughtful and useful and beautiful, but it all has to do with the image and the scale of the image. And I knew I needed Papers for You to scale down. Usually I don't mind big rice paper. I like it. I love it. You get more money. You get more bang for your money. But for these, it was important. I'm like, should I ask? It's a big ask. To ask a manufacturer to rescale something and repackage it for you, that's a really big ask. He bought me 12. They were 20 cents each. Hey, big spender. Now when you get it down, you've got plenty of time to move it around and center it and get it flat, because then you're going to bring it back and now we're going to add over the top. And this is what's going to keep it waterproof. We're going to go over the top, and because it's a matte medium, it's going to dry transparent, okay, I'm going to let that one start drying. And not having those squared off corners, the corners kind of blend in a little bit better. Okay, there's number 2. I don't remember what was number 3, but we're going to go for it. Number 3. And remember, this is on gloss tile, so by the time I'm done, you're not going to be able to tell it was gloss tile. We're taking all that gloss away from it as we're putting the matte medium, the gel medium, over the top of it. If you wanted them to stay glossy, you would need to add, instead of the matte medium, you would add a gloss medium. Okay, now I like to let them sit for, I don't know, oh, I better make sure that I like to let them sit a little bit. I just want to make sure that I don't glue my jar closed. Stacey. Well, okay, so maybe it's a little on me. I like to take them and give them a few minutes, and then I like to come back with my finger and just smooth out the medium. Just smooth it out. Just with my finger. You're still going to see some lines, but once it's completely dry, you won't. Just want to smooth it out, make sure that it's gone over my edges, and continue to let it dry. Just take my finger, kind of smooth it out. Kind of run all the matte medium over the edges. And we're going to let them dry. This one hasn't sat for long enough. And that one hasn't sat long enough. I'm going to let those sit for a few more minutes. And in the meantime, let's talk about the edges. You might not be crazy about the white edges. In fact, yours may come with a barcode on it. No problem, no worry. We can do this. And grab one of my gel plates. Hello, gel plate. Bring it on over. And, ooh, I think I like the copper. My acrylic paint. One of my acrylic brushes. The set that we have comes with 3 brushes, 1 flat and 2 rounds. I'm not going to try and get it coveraged all, perfect coverage on the first go round. I'm going to get a layer down. And then I'm going to move on. And if I get a little on my top because it's still a little wet, I just go zoop and I just wipe it right off. Oh, see, this one's still a little wet, but that's okay. We're just going to do it. So ideally you wait till your top is nice and dry, because then your acrylic is just going to wipe right off. And then I can come back and do a second coat. Let this one dry really good. See, I didn't let it dry. It's on me. Oh, and now I got it on the front. I can just go zoop. A little bit of wet wipe. And right off. But what I've got is a nice finish. This is still wet. What I've got is a really nice finish to my edges, as opposed to them just being white. I don't want just white. I want something pretty to my edges, and that's beautiful. And the acrylic paint, you need to use acrylic paint. And just come back and make sure that that's all good. Let that dry. This one's almost dry. See, my finger's taking off the excess. And go all the way around your edge, and it's just smoothing out the brush strokes. So that's all I'm doing, is smoothing out the brush strokes. Zoop. I just wipe that extra paint right off. Okay. I'm just going to go around all 4 sides, and I could do it in any color of my metallic. These are Amsterdam metallic acrylics. They're more fine art material. They're beautiful. Made by the same, this is Amsterdam, is who does the matte medium and the gel mediums. And the gessos and the modeling paste. And if you don't like to get your hands dirty, you might want to do 2 sides. Let them dry and then come back and do the last 2 sides. Okay. So those 2, I'll probably come back and put another coat of acrylic on them just because. And I'm just going to use this to finish this up. I don't want to toss that away. I'm just going to add a little bit of water or a baby wipe. Wipe it right off. Oop. There we go. Don't be afraid to just get in there and paint it because you can clean it up. You don't have to mask it off on the top so you don't get copper up there if you don't want it, or maybe you're using gold. No, just a little bit of water. Oh, but maybe you like the rough edges. Maybe, I don't know, that looks pretty good too. Okay, keep them consistent. Because that matte medium is waterproof, all right, so I've got 3 of them. Now the very last thing I do and you can see they're coming out beautifully. I prefer them. Ooh, Stacey, how do I pick this one up? I prefer them with a metallic edge. And again, I'll come through and add another layer, another coat of it. You may be okay with them with just the white edge. It's entirely up to you. Or maybe you wanted it gold, or we'll have the acrylics on sale for you. And these are all the metallics. So you've got the silver, and this one is the light gold. This one is the deep gold. Then we've got bronze, we've got copper, and we've got graphite. So these are the metallics that work with the gel medium matte, whether it's the regular, it's the heavy, it's the extra heavy. The last thing I do is I take, here. So we bought these years ago to put on the bottoms of the chairs here at work, and we never opened them. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if we still have them. And God bless Elena, she knew exactly where they were. One. Two. Three. 4. I made a coaster. And not just any coaster, it's a beautiful coaster. Oops. And you have all of that different rice paper to use with it. It's not just any coaster, it's a beautiful coaster. Oops. 2, 3, 4. Even if I have to use some of the bigger ones. I mean, you can get these anywhere. They're just the little things that go on the bottoms of your chairs. We've had them here for years. I always thought we'd put them on the bottoms of the chairs. We never got around to it. See, some things have to wait for years and years and years to find a home here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Look at, we're making coasters, Mom. Look at that. They're beautiful. And when they're all dry, they'll be waterproof and just a nice, thoughtful little gift to somebody. And when you're spending 20 cents for the tile, you could even paint the back of the tile. I do that the very last thing. I would get all of this done and the very last thing, paint the back of the tile if you want. Then put on your feet. All right, you guys, what do you think? We took a left turn, didn't we? But I like my left turn. I think they're beautiful. And if somebody were to give me these, I would love them. And each set of rice paper has their own sets that will allow you to make these fabulous little coasters as just sweet little gifts. Easy peasy. Let them dry, put them on top of each other, tie a cute little bow around them, and off you go. So we did a lot today. We did a lot today. We played with this amazing die from Creative Expressions, now owned by Jamie Rogers. Remembering that it has a whole series of dies to go with it that you can put behind the window, a whole series of them. I have them here for you if you want. I really wanted this because with that, I am able to do so much. We have the rice paper for you today. So there is 5 different sets. It isn't an I Want It All bundle. You will not be able to find these here in the US readily available. You just won't. We import them. So the sale price or the regular price is $84.95. Remember, there's 6 sheets of rice paper in here. So do I have a calculator? Most rice paper, let's see. So most rice paper is, so this is about $2.50 well, yeah, so maybe most rice paper is about maybe $3.50 a sheet now. And you're getting 6 sheets. So $3.50 times 6 is 0, 0, 3, 18, 19, 21 times 5, because there's 5 packs. So that's $105. So normal rice paper from most companies would run about $105 for all of this. So you get 6 sheets, so 30 sheets of them here. We've got it for $84.95, but then it's on sale for $65.99. And you get every pack in there, and each pack has 6 individual sheets. So that's like, normally that would be like $21 and $21 and $21. But we've got it at a great price. And I love them all. They are open stock. You can buy just the ones that make your heart happy. The furniture is stunning. The fruit, didn't know I was gonna love I love the fruit way more than I thought I was. Once it got here, I was all in. So we have an I Want It All open stock on that. We have the dies, open stock only. I've got the paintbrushes for you and the acrylics from Amsterdam and all the different gel mediums, whether it be heavyweight or regular or extra heavyweight. You decide what viscosity you want it to be. I use the regular gel medium matte. That's what I use today. You can use the regular gel medium matte, the regular gel medium glossy. Glossy, you just need to know that the brush strokes, you're gonna have to work a little bit more to get them out. So we've got that for you. I have got the paper. You're gonna see the girls made samples using the paper favorites for the frame. We've got that for you. I can't do the tiles. But for 20 cents, head over to your local hardware store and buy yourself some tile, and let's make some coasters. So pretty. And then when they're all dry, completely waterproof. All right, so let me show you some of the samples that the girls have done. And then I have one sample at the very, very end that is a standalone and deserves a standing ovation from all of us. So, oh, and I have the Minte. We'll put the Minte. So it's the same sentiments, just in the black, the ivory, or the white. They all have the exact same sentiments. It's what colors you like. So we'll put those on sale too. So I have this is one you and I did together, right? We did this together. Oh, wrong direction, Stacey. And we did this one together. 2 different ways of taking that die and making it into a card base. And we did this one together. And we did this one together. All rice paper. We did this one together. Nature your soul. I love that. Nurture your soul. And then let's see. This one was done by Dortina. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Done by Dortina. And Rooted in Hope. Not sure who did this one. It's not marked, but I love it. And then Tamara. Isn't that beautiful? The scenery is just gorgeous. These are just the most beautiful, beautiful sheets of rice paper. And all of it so usable. This one is Katie. Looking at the Eiffel Tower. Live in Color. And then this one is Dortina. Look at that. She did a trifold. Dream Big. And then Claire. And Dortina. And she fussy cut out to put in front. So you got in back and in front of the window. And Claire and Tamara did it together. One must have started and one must have finished. And then look at this one. This one is Catherine. Oh, so pretty, Catherine. Look at that. That's just lovely. So she put it down on paper and then she die cut. It's beautiful. And then we have, this one is gorgeous too. Let the sun shine. Gail, this is stunning, Gail. This is beautiful. Look at that. See that frame, that paper on the back? That's the paper favorites. It's gorgeous. This is gorgeous. And then we have Catherine again. And here, she just simply die cut. Look at how lovely that is. And we're not done yet. Oh, I didn't use that one over there. Oh, well. Can't use them all, I guess. Here we have Courage is Quiet. What a great card. Courage is Quiet. What a great sentiment. I don't know who made that. Katie. Katie made that. Katie, great. Love it. And then another one from Tamara. Aren't those colors just vibrant, just popping? They're like, oh, look at me, look at me. Yes. And this has to be Dortina. I am right. She's got the books. So she had the furniture set that she worked with. Look at how pretty is that, Dortina. Happy birthday. Lovely. This is Claire. So pretty, Claire. All right, here we have one that's a winner, winner, chicken dinner. This was Gail. Seize the day. Ta-da! So Gail, she just made her own little insert to go on top. Seize the day. Is that great? Who wouldn't love a fun little interactive card? That's the rice paper on the back. Okay, Gail, I don't want to mess up your card. There we go. Nope, I'm not gonna. I don't want to. Okay, slide it in. There we go. What? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that, Gail. Thank you for being a ray of sunshine in my life. Ooh, that's Catherine. Ooh, I like that, Catherine. Look at that beautiful purple against that. Wow. And I love this one too, and I think this is Catherine too. So again, she took and she cut them up and she did stenciling on the other. How clever. She used the little fallouts. How clever. And then the piece of the paper favorites behind it. So good. So good. Make life art. This is Dortina. Aren't they beautiful? Nurture your soul. This is Gail. Lovely, right? Shine bright like a flower. This is Dortina. Oh, is that the one? No, that's not the one I used. It looks like it's from the same set. And she just die cut them out and then popped. She just used 2 dies, or actually 1 die. 1 die, 2 dies, and popped. Lovely. And then explore. And this is Claire. And see, she used the little guys and she used the pieces behind it. Oh, Claire, you're so clever. She used the little fallout pieces as her mats behind them and colored them, and then layered her little pieces from Rome and Paris on top, and we have Explore. Now the one that is amazing, well, they're all amazing, don't get me wrong, but this one took a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, and she made it while she was sitting here. Okay, so the windows. She took 4 of them, tabbed them together. She said the big piece of, let's see, the big piece of rice paper. Where do I have a big one? Here, this one. She said this size is a perfect 2 panes. Or 2 sides. So she used 1 sheet to get all 4 sides done. She did the roof out of cardstock, metallic cardstock. Oh, this is the front. Okay. This is the front. She's got the little handle out of metallic cardstock. She built the base while she was sitting here. She did it all by hand. This is Tamara, and this deserves every bit of wow that we can give her. This is well done, my friend. Amazing. No pattern. She just free-handed all of it. And she saw these windows, and the first thing she thought of was a lantern. And it's beautiful. Tamara, well done. So good. I mean, really, so good. Like, that's a wow. All right, you guys. So, today, rice paper, gel mediums, acrylic paints, a window die that we used as a window and a door and a card base and anything else we could think of to use it for. So much good stuff. I hope you learned something today. I hope you see how easy these coasters, and they're, see this one's dry. They're beautiful with that edge and our little feet on the bottom. What a cute gift, and 20 cents per tile. 20 cents. You can do this. And that didn't take anything special. That was just some gel medium. If you have Mod Podge, whatever you need, use something good. Don't skimp on that, because you're going to give them away and you want to make sure they stay watertight, waterproof. So use something good. But my goodness gracious, no die cutting. I just trimmed them and put them down and made magic happen. So I hope you had a good time today. If there was something you see here that you like, well, the Amsterdam paints and the gel mediums are available globally. You can visit your local art store, fine art store, and they should have them. And if you have a local art store, go say hello. Otherwise, we're here. The Creative Expressions dies, I think we may be the only ones in the United States to have them right now. So the only place you can find them is here. However, you can go to their website and see some wonderful inspiration if you want to see how the other dyes are used. The rice paper, again, that's only here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I had it done, I had it scaled down just for us, and I think we are one of the few, if not the only, who import directly into the United States. So lots of beautiful things. I hope I was able to show you something new or remind you of something, or a tip or a trick, or inspire you to want to craft for the rest of the day. It is me, Stacey. The next time I see you will be Monday for our next Make It Monday event. And I've got a really great event for you on Monday. I can't wait. And until then, Enjoy your weekend. Go do something fun. Get a little creative. Go ahead. Get your fingers a little sticky and acrylic and glue. Go ahead. It's all fun. I love peeling the glue off my fingers after it's dried. I did that as a child. I would like paint my fingers and wait for it to dry and then peel it off. Not super glue, just regular glue. But I love that feeling. So you'll find all of this in our retail store. We're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. here in sunny Southern California, Canyon Country, California, or scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I'll see you guys all on Monday. Thanks for hanging with me. It has been too much fun. Bye, everybody.